Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Marissa, if you don't know me. Today we are going to do a full-faced first impressions of my two recent hauls from Sephora and Ulta and a little bit of Morphe. I did buy this, all of it with my own money. Most of it I usually buy in a discount because I don't buy makeup full price like that. Like, it's expensive. Not gonna say cheap, it is not cheap. Makeup is a very expensive hobby. Anyway, let's get started. So what I typically do for my makeup routine, my daily makeup routine, I usually do the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Granite, and I usually start with that. But recently, or maybe not so recently, I can't remember when I actually bought it, but I had got the Kat Von D Brow Wiz, and I got this in the shade Graphite, which I believe should be black. I don't have a new brush, because I didn't buy, let's be honest, I didn't buy everything completely new. That would have been hella expensive. So I just used the Anastasia brush. It's so old that everything's just off. I'm gonna say 12. I think this is the number 12 brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my eyebrows. I have used this maybe once or twice before, but not much. So this is as new as possible. I didn't really buy new brow stuff. She's pigmented. Apparently she doesn't move. Once it's on, it really doesn't move. I've tried it before. I'm a little nervous. If I mess up, I'm stuck. I got the basic shape. I just hope I can get this to blend out well, since it is kind of like a super stay type thing. I hope I can kind of manipulate it to kind of blend out. But if not, we'll go with a harsh brow for today. Pretty meticulous. Looks good, but maybe not. Maybe it's harsh. It's not as jelly as Anastasia one. It is definitely a little bit more, I guess, tacky, for lack of a better term. So I'm scared it's gonna dry out quickly. I do have the Inglot Wetting eyeliner drops. I guess I can try and use on here if it does dry out quickly. I don't know if you guys ever used Inglot before. I love Inglot eyeliner, but it does tend to dry out sometimes. So it doesn't come with, you have to purchase separately. It's like a little gel drop that you can squirt into the little pan of the gel eyeliner, and it's like brand new. I love that stuff. Not bad. Let's see if I can get the other one to match. Sisters, not twins. Not bad. All right, so like I said, it looks a little harsh right now because I have no other makeup on. I always start with my eyebrows. I don't know why. I should probably wait till after my foundation. All right, the next step I'm going to do is primer. I don't ever use primer because I'm very oily and I feel like primer is extra tacky and just increases the oil, so I don't typically like it. But the foundation I'm going to use, I've tried before without a primer, so I figured I'll try to use my own primer. I do still plan on going to Sephora and grabbing the primer that's supposed to go with it, or at least a little sample, see if I like it. The primer we'll be using today is the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Pure. This is supposed to be oil-free skin smoothing face primer for sensitive skin. Again, I do have oily skin, so I did pick this up. I don't usually wear it. Sometimes I will, but I typically don't, so it's kind of new. Let's take a little bit on my finger because I'm only going to put it in my T-zone area or my problem areas. Anyway, so I'm going to put it on my huge pores down there. I probably shouldn't put it on my nose because I do tend to wipe my nose, blow my nose and stuff like that. And then my smile lines because they're a problem. And then maybe a little bit on my forehead because I'm getting wrinkles there too. Don't get old. It's not fun. It does feel tacky. I hate that, but that's primer. Everybody uses it, right? I think we're gonna start with foundation today, because why not? So today will be like a more or less take 2 of the Marc Jacobs. I did a review, it's my second use. I use it with a sponge, and now we are going to try it with a brush. I wonder if this was my problem last time. Maybe I didn't shake it well enough and it came out kind of blotchy. I didn't like it. I'm such a mess. All right, let's try it again. I'm gonna use the applicator like normal and then try and move it around with a brush. Today I will be using my brand new Morphe M439 brush. I've heard great stuff about it, never had it. I don't typically do brushes, but why not? So here we go. That should be all shaken. I'll give it a little extra mix just in case. That's probably why my bottle looks like that, and this is the second time I'm wearing it. I have not used a brush in a really long time, so I ain't mad. I ain't mad at all. I must say, so far, I like it a lot. and I guess I just didn't like it with the sponge. This is definitely much better so far. In the first 30 seconds of spreading it around with my brush, I like it better with the brush. And they're right. People everywhere told me a little goes a long way. Don't put too much, or start small and then gradually go up. With the sponge, I felt like I needed a lot more. Anyway, so let's put a couple more on. I did, I think, what, 4 or 5 dots? I'm gonna do maybe like 3. Okay, so not as far, but I mean, that looks good. This actually doesn't look bad. It still might be a little too light, but wait till I bronze, you're not gonna see any lightness. I'm a little surprised. I'm glad I'm doing this twice and probably more because this was expensive. I think it was like $55, but of course your girl got it on a discount because I'm good at that. I never buy makeup full price, or if I do, rarely. I always get something on a discount or on a sale or like a percentage off type thing, even though the stuff is kind of more on the high end side. I'm excited. I think it looks really good. Really nice coverage, full coverage for a lighter consistency. I'm really happy with the outcome. Again, this is Marc Jacobs in the shade Honey Medium 54. Moving on, I don't have a new eye primer or anything else new, and I don't like using concealer on my eyes. So we're just gonna go on with the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Soft Ochre. This is my favorite. And of course, my favorite brush, don't drag me. This is the Kat Von D number 40 brush, and this is what I use. Alrighty, now that my whole face is covered, we'll go in with concealer. Actually, I have 2, so let's see what I have. This is from my haul, my Sephora haul. This is the Naked Skin. This is a color corrector in Deep Peach. This might be a little too dark for me. I'll give it a shot, see what happens. It's first time using it. So it looks like this. It looks like the regular Naked concealers. I love these, I live for these. We're gonna put it on underneath my eyes and we'll let it dry and see what happens. We'll layer a regular concealer on top of it and see how it goes. I hope I don't dry it out too much because I am going out with one of my friends later to go watch the football game today. Hopefully I won't look crazy. If you can't tell, like, I have a little bit of a dark under eye. Let me tell you, this foundation did amazing on my skin. Like, you can barely tell that I have dark circles under my eyes. Here we go, let's see what happens. I guess that's all I need. I've never color corrected like that before. I do have the Anastasia cream contour palette, so I do use the peach or the red one to kind of hide my eyes, but sometimes I feel like I get really dry sometimes. Let me just take a regular sponge. We'll save this one. This is just my Real Technique sponge because I don't want to get what I want to use for my concealer. I don't want to get the red on there. Just going to bounce this in a little bit under the eye. This is actually dry. Okay, so it does kind of blend out to a little bit lighter. That's not bad. Okay, on camera that looks crazy pants. I think the concealer will be able to hide that. Yesterday, this might give you a little bit of it was the Tarte Shape Tape Day, or National Shape Tape. I don't know. I went and matched my skin as best I could. I did in my Ulta haul get a mini one. Might be a little too light. I mean, it will be good for everyday wear to put in my bag to, you know, fix a few things. It's double duty beauty, apparently. I don't know if that's new or like it's been said that. Who knows? Here's the box. This is what it looks like. I got the color 34S, which is medium sand. It looked great on my hand, but I know you're not supposed to do it like that. Okay, so this is thick. This is a lot thicker than, this is the Urban Decay Naked one. So as you can tell, that's much bigger. Doe foot, just like the other one. My fear with color correcting, ooh, that smells good. With color correcting is that I'll mix with it and I'll have like a red hue under my eye. Has it happened? Not really. With the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette, the red never mixed with it, but I think I usually set it. I didn't set it this time because I'm not sure if that's a good idea. And we are gonna take our brand new Morphe sponge. The corner of my eye still looks a little pink. Maybe I didn't do a very good job there. Yeah, we'll go in with a little bit more and see what happens. I think it looks pretty good. For the foundation, I'm not sure if it's caught on camera, but like if you can see, this looks ashy over here. It looks just like whiter. Right here, it's got like a nice little white spot. I don't know why. It's not my beauty blender. It's not my concealer because I didn't put it there. I put it right in the middle. Then a little bit over here. So I'm not sure why that is. Maybe I'll try and buff it out even more. I don't know if that's making it worse or better. I did shake it. Y'all saw me shake it. So I'm not sure why it's doing it. I bought the Kat Von D translucent loose powder, and this is what I like to use to set my makeup. I also bought the Laura Mercier, is a little puff thing, and this for the rest of my face. So we'll see how this works. Looks like it just comes with a little, you can see that, but there's like little pellets from like that. So I'm just gonna knock some in the lid. Actually, that's big pellets. Should I be concerned? I've never seen that before. All right, so to set my concealer under my eyes, I'm going to use my Morphe sponge. Since this is first impressions and I want to use the other side and get the most of it as I can. Just load it like that. I do have some wrinklage under my eyes because I'm old now. Oh, that looks so bad. The struggle is real, but like when they're wrinkled, like you can't tell. So I guess it's not a big deal. But when they're flat, like I don't know how to get rid of that. If you know how to get rid of that, let me know. And I know pulling my eye didn't do it any good. Like I want Botox now to get rid of that because I'm real self-conscious, but you know what? We all get old. See, I guess I left it too long and it creased. Well, at the moment, that's probably as good as it's going to get. All right, so let's pour a little bit more into here. I'll try and break it up and pounce it with this. Kind of work. Try not to pull off the foundation. I guess it's just a pouncer thing. A lot of the foundation didn't come off either. Okay, my face right now is smooth. God, I use a lot. I don't remember ever using this much. Maybe it's absorbing it in the sponge. What I do is just feel around, see if I feel anything sticky and give that a little bit of extra attention. I hate being sticky. I hate that my face is oily. It sucks. So I like to keep it as dry as possible. I wish I had dry skin. But then I'd be going for that dewy look that I have naturally because I'm an oily girl. And I got foundation in my hair. I didn't even notice I did that. Oops. Oh well, we'll just kind of manipulate that so you can't tell. All right, everything is pretty smooth. Pretty dry, pretty smooth. I'm liking it. So this is a hit for me. I do like that a lot. And of course this translucent powder is a hit. I love it. All right, next step. I do like to bronze. We're gonna take my brand new Hoola, and I forgot it comes with a little tiny brush. Ooh, and it comes with a little thing too. So we're gonna try and use the brush and see how the brush works. Ooh, my lips look disgusting. I'm so sorry. I like to bite them because I'm weird. All right, so just gonna tap into here a little bit. See how this works. Alrighty. I used to think the Hoola was a lot too light for me, so I overdo it, which I probably am right now. Actually, it's not bad. Still subtle for Hoola. If they came out with like a half a shade darker, I think I'd be happy because this is like almost my skin tone. But it gives me that subtle, chiseled look that, you know, a little bit more natural. I'm impressed. Do they sell this like as a brush with like a stem or something? Because I like it. Just gonna put a little on my forehead here. Just lightly put it under my chin. All right, that looks good. I wonder if I can use this for my nose. Yeah, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. I actually really like that as a nose contour brush. That's not bad. So this little thing did my cheeks, my chin, my forehead, and my nose. This is a hit. I like it a lot. This is great. Get it. I think this has a mirror thing on it. It does. It has a mirror sticker. I leave all these on. I don't know why, but I'm going to start taking them off and throwing it away. Now I have to figure out what eyeshadow palette I want to use. Moving on to eyes. I picked this palette because it is limited edition. I don't think you can get it anymore, and I feel bad I didn't get this video up a lot sooner. But I guess this is for the girls who have this palette and just want a little bit of inspiration. I think it's so annoying when influencers will buy like a limited edition thing, and then once it's like out of stock, like they stop posting videos on it. Like, now I know how to make that one look that you did. Like, then what? I can only do that look with that palette. Like, sometimes I'm not as creative, so like I don't know what to do. I have not watched reviews on these. There are not a lot that I'd found, I guess because it is so limited edition. Looks like this. Very pretty. I have a bunch of new brushes as well. What I'm going to do is obviously take that light shade as a transition color. I believe it's called Milk and Cookies. That doesn't sound like a new shade. It might not be. I'll give you more information with the video. Anyway, I'm gonna just take my Real Techniques brush. This is my favorite transition brush because it's just big and gets a lot of area. So I'm just gonna dip it right in. It does smell good. It smells like sugar cookies or vanilla, really. Subtle, but you can still see it on my skin tone. I was afraid this might be a little too light of a palette for my skin shade, but obviously I'm not using like that as a transition color. I can't. Next thing I have is the Morphe M439 brush. I don't think I have this one. It's a little bit more detailed, a little bit thinner than some of the other blending brushes I have, so I'm excited to try it. A little bit more detail work. So I'm gonna go into this bottom shade down here and use this as like a crease color. Load my brush a little. I have really hooded eyes, so I tend to go way above my hood. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flat brush. There's really no names. So I'm going to take the same shade I used to try and correct with, and this is what I'm going to use to highlight my brow bone. I like to go all the way underneath. I'm sure you're not supposed to do that, but I like it. I think it kind of highlights the whole thing. We're going to stay as neutral as possible today. So I'm going to take this one right here. That one, let me see, it should be the shade Cookie Pusher. Take some on my brush. I'm going to do that at the inner corner. Or the inner, maybe half. So far that's really, really pretty. Actually, you really can't see it on camera. Bummer. It's a really pretty color. I'm actually gonna use my finger as well, just so we can kind of see, oh, how pretty. Wow, that is pretty. And you can see it now. I'll go back into the brush. I'm gonna go in with my finger. I like that a lot. So I'm gonna take the same brush, add my Viramona color switch, just be this one right here. I believe it's called Tough Cookie. It's that deep purple type shade right here. Oh, that would happen. Oh, wow. That came off really easily, good. That's really pretty. You can kind of tell it's purple, but purple is very hard on eyeshadows because it kind of muddies out and always looks some type of brown. But it's got that sparkle and you can totally see the sparkle. I'm happy with that. That's pretty. That's really pretty. We'll start with the brown first. I'll take a little bit on my little packer brush. I'm gonna get as close to the under eye as possible. I actually kind of like that by itself. I think that looks good. I'm actually going to take this side and kind of blend the rest in. Unfortunately, doing that does take off a little bit of the sparkle, but you know what? It's still there and it's still really pretty. All right, so the next thing we're gonna try is some eyeliner. This is by Kat Von D. She came out with a new Inkwell liner. This is like, I think it's a liquid liner. She usually has the gel pens or like the tattoo liner. The new one's the dagger liner, which I really, really like. But I typically use a mixture of gel liner with a brush and then something like this, so like the dagger liner. But we're gonna try this by itself today, see how it looks. I'm gonna try and do a bit of a wing. Oh, this is so pretty. She designs these boxes herself. And here we go, a little tiny shake it. This says shake it really big. Not bad. I like it. So it's not bad. It's not my favorite consistency at all. I don't know if I like it yet, but it came out all right. I salvaged it at least. We're gonna try the lash liner as opposed to like a pencil or a gel on the inside. So this is the ink liner that I just used, the ink eyeliner, and then this is the lash liner. I have tried it once, it got all in my eye and it wasn't my favorite thing, but I'm gonna try again and see if I like it. This is called, it's just called lash liner, I think, Trooper Black, and this is not like a tip or anything, it's like a sponge, it's like a doe foot. I think I might have had too much product on the first time I did it. But all right, so what I'm gonna do is kind of, if you can see that, I'm just gonna kind of dip off most of the rest of it. I do wear contacts, so I gotta be careful. See, it just went right on my contact. Just kind of hold it up for a little bit. I don't want it to go on my contact. All right, well, it's on. That's not bad, I guess. All right, well, that's not bad. We'll try it on this eye. I'll be a little bit more careful. All right, so honestly, that wasn't bad. Now that I did it like this and I was a little bit more careful with it, I like it. We'll see how long it lasts. Again, I'm going out drinking, so we'll see. The last thing we need is highlighter and then some setting spray. I did buy the Bretman Rock. I wanted to try this out really bad because it does come with a brush and I don't usually use fan brushes for highlighter. And of course, this beautiful girl. I can link Brett's channel down below. Okay, this is her collab with Morphe. It looks like that. Oh, I forgot there wasn't a mirror. I did swatch it before in my thing with Ulta. I think I'm gonna do Get Laid. That's the name of the shade. This one down here. And I'm gonna put that one on my cheeks. I'm gonna use the brush. I've never used this brush before, or a fan brush. I don't typically like them. Ooh, wow. I love it. What I like is it's not glittery or chunky, and it just went on so beautifully. All right, I'm really excited. I think I like fan brushes now, or this one at least. This fan brush I give it a thumbs up. I love it so much. Bebe girl, this little pink one up here. Take a little bit on my brush. You can't tell if it's there, but just gonna go straight down my nose. Oh my God. It's like not a holographic, what's it called? Duochrome almost. I usually use a really precise brush to get it straight down the middle, but that's all right. That's crazy. That's like pink. I'm so happy with this purchase. I can't wait to use the rest of the colors. I was scared at first. I thought it might have been too light for me. And then I thought like maybe that's a little dark, but I think this incorporates everything. I think this would be great for almost any skin tone. I did end up getting the Morphe setting spray. This is like a continuous mist, kind of like a hairspray. So I'm excited to try it. I have a bunch of others I still want to try, but I've heard nothing but good things about this. I'm gonna do this before I put my lashes on. 8 to 10 inches. I wear contacts, so I don't usually like spray. I never use setting spray, just powder. So we'll see how this works. Wow. Such a light spray, and you can tell like that it got you. See how it dries though, because as I said, I get really oily, and I just hope this doesn't bring out the oils. I like this so much. I love everything I've used today for the most part. I don't know about the Kat Von D, the ink liner. That's the only thing I might have a problem with, but I will try it again in future videos just because I don't want to give up on it just yet. It was expensive. Last but not least, we are going to try out the Lily Lashes by Sephora. This is their Sephora collab for the holidays and stuff. Lily Galici had an amazing sale, so I did go ahead and pick up some scissors as well as the adhesive, and I got a free pair of Miami lashes. This was about $60. It came with applicators as well, so I'm excited to try it. We're gonna do that right now. I never want to break these. I'm always scared to pull these off. Everyone says go buy the band. Didn't come off that bad. So here's the Lily Lashes ones. This is just like a little wand thing. Smells like glue. Ooh, this is blue. Let me tell you, that feels good. A lot of the Ardell's poke me a lot and it hurts. Little heavy, something I have to get used to, but damn, they're glam. This on the insides poke me, and probably should have cut that little piece off. Again, it's blue, but this looks clear. I don't know why that is. All right, now we're gonna go in with my Benefit mascara and do the bottom lashes. I do have a lip pencil that I will put on. That's not a lip pencil. This is a lip pencil. This is the NYX. I'm just gonna use this as a lipstick altogether. This is in the shade brown. I like dark lips. I didn't buy a lipstick in either haul, so I'm sorry. This is the only one I bought. I like to overline just a little bit. All right, so this is the final look. What do you think? Very natural slash unnatural slash wabam. My hair's really dirty right now. This must be day 4. So I'm gonna use the Bumble and Bumble Pret a Pret powder to kind of zhuzh it up a little bit. I should have done this first because I can't stand looking at it. So what you do, this is how you use it. You kind of just dip it. Ooh, that comes out quick. Dip it in your hair like that and just mush it in. Kind of gives it a little bit more life and takes out a lot of the oils. I love this stuff because it's more of a powder. The spray kind of makes it kind of stiffer, and I don't really like that. See, this just gives me a lot of volume as well. I'll wash it tomorrow after the gym. All right, there we go. And this is today's final look. Hair, makeup, everything. Lips, lashes. I went all the way today. Hey guys, it's about the 4-hour mark. I finished at about 3:30, 3:40. It is now 8:19, and I wanted to come back and check in with my foundation and I guess concealer. Last time I did this, usually I'm doing something crazy, especially when I decide to do a foundation review. The first time I did a foundation review, I had to go to the allergist, and that included like shots and weird scratch tests and things on my nose. And believe me, there were tears. There were tears. terrible day to do a foundation like review. And then the second time I tried to do it, I had a dentist appointment, and that was like stuff in my mouth. It was supposed to be, was it a root canal? It was either a root canal or some fillings, I can't remember, but either way, it wasn't fun. And that's like stuff in my mouth, drooling, and no good for foundation check-ins. This time with the Marc Jacobs foundation, I used a brush instead of a beauty blender, or this was the Morphe sponge, and oh my God, it came out so much better with the brush than the blender. I think the blender made it, I think I used a lot more with the blender, as I think I did 4 dots on this side and a couple dots on this side. With the other one, I used like maybe 7 dots with the wand on each side, and I just felt like I was using a lot. Maybe the sponge was absorbing it, I'm not really sure. The Marc Jacobs with the brush turned out a lot better than Marc Jacobs with the sponge. I am so happy with it. Let's see. Oh, and I did use a primer. In my mirror, my smile lines are just bad up here on both sides. Like, I get smile lines no matter what foundation I wear because I have wrinkles and I'm old, but like I used a primer today too, and you saw me. I kind of pulled it down because I know I get creasy there. But I do see cracks and creases right here, and it does suck. Like, Botox me, like, slash just kidding. I don't want that. It could be a lot worse, and I'm glad it's not. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next time.